Like many of you, I'm here because I love Rita Jensen and the work that Women's eNews does. Rita and I worked together back in the 1980s when both of us were beginning our careers in journalism, and she's been an inspirational friend ever since, and I thank her for including me in the dinner. For the first time in 21 Leaders history, a man has been selected as the recipient of the Ida B. Wells Award for Bravery in Journalism. Go, guys! Kenneth B. Morris Jr. is a direct descendant of two of the best-known Americans from the 19th and early 20th century. Frederick Douglass and Booker T. Washington. That's some bloodlines. He continues his family's legacy of anti-slavery and educational work as the founder and president of the Atlanta-based public charity Frederick Douglass Family Initiatives. The organization seeks to educate boys about the injustice of sexual crimes committed against women, encouraging an understanding of women's rights at an early age when it's so important. They also inform girls on how to prevent and protect themselves from becoming victims of sex trafficking. Morris quotes his great-great-great-grandfather, Frederick Douglass, saying, "It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." His work is featured in To Build Strong Children, a production of VS, Confronting Modern Slavery in America, a pro bono initiative of the law firm Cadwalader, Wickersham, and Taft. VS seeks out and collaborates with individuals and organizations who are making a difference in the fight against human trafficking in America, empowering people on the front lines in the battle against what is modern slavery. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Kenneth Morris Jr.
Wow. Thank you so much. I never, in my wildest dreams, imagined that I would be introduced by the executive editor of the LA Times. I'm from Los Angeles. And even still, the New York Times. On July 20th, 1848, Frederick Douglass was in the audience at the Seneca Falls Women's Rights Convention when a heated debate broke out over the right for women to vote. Elizabeth Cady Stanton inserted a women's suffrage resolution into the Declaration of Sentiments, and her mentor, Lucretia Mott, wanted it removed because she felt the movement wouldn't be taken seriously if such an improbable demand was made. During the meeting, all resolutions on the table passed easily, but suffrage remained a point of contention amongst the women. Stanton asked her friend, Frederick Douglass, to intervene. He approached the podium and gave an impassioned speech arguing in favor of voting rights for women. The audience was so moved by his eloquent remarks, and the resolution successfully passed. I am so proud of my great ancestor for his lifelong commitment to fighting for women's rights. And I have a feeling that he would be proud of me too, and the organization that carries his name for our dedication to improving the lives of women and girls. I am honored to accept the Ida B. Wells Award for Bravery in Journalism. I've been surrounded by great women like Ida B. Wells my whole life. My mother, my grandmothers, and my great-grandmothers taught me at an early age to love and treat women with respect and dignity. How impressed they would have been by the company that I'm keeping tonight as I stand surrounded by so many strong and courageous women. For this, I am grateful and I'm humbled. I work in partnership with very talented and passionate champions for freedom. I wouldn't be here without their dedication and tireless contributions to our work. I want to start off by thanking the ladies at FDFI, my mother and chair, Nettie Washington Douglas, and our Vice President of Research and Training, Dr. Patricia Davis, who means so much to us as the person that creates the curriculum, history, human rights, and the power of one that we bring into secondary schools. And I want to especially thank my friend and FDFI co-founder, Robert Benz, who is here with me tonight. Robert is the one who suggested that we leverage the historical significance of my ancestry to effect change around the history of human trafficking and modern-day slavery. He is the creative and strategic intellect behind everything we do as an organization, and I share this award with him and everyone at FDFI. Thank you to Cadwallader Women's Leadership Initiative Versus Confronts Modern-Day Slavery in America, Deborah Steinberg, Konstantinos Kamboroglu, for our beautiful film, which you saw the clip of, To Build Strong Children, about our human trafficking prevention education work in schools. And I'd like to thank my daughters, Jenna and Nicole, for inspiring me every day to fight for the rights of women and girls. And I'd like to thank my wife, Diana, for her support, love, and encouragement, and I promise I'll be home on Monday to celebrate our 30-year wedding anniversary. Although I know she's going to get on me for the LA Times remark, but... Yeah, I know. Frederick Douglass continued to fight for the rights of women until the day he died. His last speech was to the National Council of Women on February 12, 1895. He passed away from a heart attack later that evening in his home in Washington, D.C. The man who was born a slave died a statesman. He was 77 years old. And I close with one of my favorite Frederick Douglass quotes, which takes on more meaning for me tonight, when he said, "Right is of no sex, truth is of no color, God is the father of us all, and we all are brethren." Thank you, Women's eNews, for this incredible honor. Thank you.